Hey, I thought I'd do a quick update video. It's been about a week since I originally set the tank up. Just wanted to show kind of the growth that's been going on and some of the death with some of the plants. Um, the Amazon sword is definitely melting away. I think that's natural though with a newly planted tank. But there's some new leaves in there. I'll show you real quick. Um, let's see. The corkscrew valve is pretty good on here on the left-hand side. I've moved them over. The ones over there in the back, you can see there's definitely some that are decaying away. The snails are slowly taking care of those though, so that's nice. You can see some new growth down here. I don't know if they're swords, or if it was that plant over on the right hand side that I really like that I cannot think of the name of. The S. repens are looking pretty good. I think there's some new growth happening on the top of them. The four-leaf clover, there's definitely some new ones that sprouted up. These are ones here in the front I may end up taking out because I think they're looking pretty decayed. There's the Amazon sword where you can see some new leaves in the center coming up, but the ones on the outside are all kind of melting away. Driftwood looking great. As far as I can tell, there's been no tannins leaching into the water really. Water's pretty clear. I think soaking it like I did helped with that a lot. The bacopa's looking good. There's a few, kind of the lower half of them aren't looking great, but at the top you can definitely see where leaves are budding and kind of sprouting up, coming in new. Wisteria's looking good. Hasn't done not a ton of growth, but I think that whole top bunch might be new. Nubius definitely has some new leaves on some of the portions here, but you can see there's definitely some decayed leaves that are dying off. But new leaves are coming in, so I'm hopeful that's going to be okay. We added the second snail, the white mystery snail. There's a black one in there and a white one. The family insisted that we name the black one Gary after SpongeBob, and the white one I said we had to name Leia after Star Wars. I'll show you back in here. The snails like to hang out under this part of the driftwood. They've made it pretty dirty though, so I need to get in there with the python and kind of clean up the substrate. There's the white one in there. The black one is just to the left. It's hard to see. I'll see if I can lighten it up or focus in. He's hard to spot back in there up next to her. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the tank. I did go and find some granite rocks at the river here, so I went ahead and scrubbed them for probably a good half an hour, scrubbing all those rocks. And then I've taken and placed them in some buckets out in the backyard. I've been taking out buckets of boiling water, filling those buckets up, and I'm going to leave that in there overnight. Tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing, just so that there's really scalding water to kind of clean those rocks off. I may just leave it at that and then go ahead and create kind of the structures I'm going to do. I have super glue. I'm not sure if that's going to work with those. I think I actually need to get the waterproof silicone. And they're going to go back here in the back corner, which is why I've moved some of the corkscrew valve out of the way. But I'm kind of thinking of making a cave with those rocks, kind of covering up most of that filter area. And then as much as I can get over to the right from the heater. I'd like to get driftwood that has branches that come in kind of up above the tank there. Get some moss growing on those, but I'm not sure if I'll end up buying a piece of that, or couldn't really find anything down there at the river, so I may end up not doing that, but we'll see where it goes. I did get the master API water test kit, so I'm going to probably test the water tonight just to kind of see where we're at level wise. Once I get the rocks in there, at that point, if the water's looking good, I'll test it after the rocks are in just to make sure they haven't changed anything. And then I will start looking at fish. I'm thinking for now it's going to be a school of neon tetra. I'd like to find some rummy nose tetra as a second school. I haven't had a lot of luck finding anything local for that, but I'll see in the Facebook group if anybody has those for sale. Beyond that, I think I may wait and just kind of see how they do. I know that with fish you're supposed to add them slowly. The plants you can add them quick. And so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Once those two schools are good, I may look into getting some of the ram cichlids. I'm thinking right now probably golden, but depending on what's available, I may end up going with blue, but we'll just have to wait and see. The Bolivian don't seem like there's a lot of color, depending on where you get them, or how they're being bred. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll leave you with some kind of shots around the tank, and then feel free to check out some other videos. Let me know what you think. Have a good night.